Before you continue watching, please take a moment to listen. This message is about the people who have lost their home, their right, and their safety. I am speaking about the Rohingya people. Today, I speak on behalf of the Rohingya community to the international community, including the United Nations, the International Criminal Court, the International Court of Justice, human rights organizations, journalists, and everyone who believe in justice and humanity. Please listen to our voice. For decades, the Rohingya people have faced systematic discrimination, statelessness, and violence in Myanmar. In 2017, the Myanmar military carried out a brutal campaign against the Rohingya civilians. Villages were burnt, thousands of people were killed, women and girls were subjected to sexual violence. As a result, more than 700,000 Rohingya were forced to flee to Bangladesh within a few months. Today, nearly 1 million of our Rohingya refugees are surviving in the camp in Bangladesh, especially in Cox's Bazar area. They live without citizenship, with limited education and restricted of movement and limited work opportunity, and without knowing when and whether they will be able to return to their homeland. But while the world attention moves elsewhere, the suffering of the Rohingya did not end. Hundreds of thousands Rohingya still remain outside Myanmar, particularly in northern Rakhine State, including in Mondo, Butidong, and Ratidong. A recent report from this area indicate serious human rights violation affecting the Rohingya civilian. These include arbitrary arrest, torture, and sexual violence, severe movement restriction, and limited access to food, medicine, and humanitarian aid. Many Rohingya families are living in constant fear. One example comes from June 2024 and in 2026 in February, in the Rohingya village in 𝙍𝙊𝙃 known as 𝙍𝙊𝙃 in Mondo. According to the report from survivor and community member, more than 217 Rohingya men, including young men, elder, teacher, and community leader, were arrested. Women and children were left in the courtyard for 2 days without proper food or protection, and there were reports of sexual violence against women, children, and girls. The detained men were reportedly taken to a nearby school where many were beaten, tortured, and denied of food and water for a week. Some detainees were later released in extremely poor condition. Others died as a result of the abuse. Several community leaders were transferred to Butidong prison, where Rohingya detainees are reportedly held without due process. Families are still searching for their missing relative. For Rohingya civilians who remain inside Myanmar, their daily life has become extremely difficult. Movement is restricted, access to health care is limited, humanitarian aid is insufficient, many villages have no proper school, no reliable medical service, and no protection. People live in fear every day. We, the Rohingya refugees living in Bangladesh, are watching this situation with deep pain inside. Many of those suffering inside Myanmar today are our families, our relatives, our neighbors, and our friends. We want to return to our homeland one day, but any return must be safe, voluntary, and dignified, with guarantees of citizenship, security, and human rights. Without this protection, repatriation cannot be sustainable. Therefore, we respectfully call on the international community to pay urgent attention to the situations of the Rohingya people. We ask only for independent investigation into crime against Rohingya civilians. We ask for humanitarian access to affected area. We ask for protection for vulnerable communities, especially for women and children. We ask to release the innocent detainees. We ask for accountability for those people, for those responsible for serious human rights violation. These steps are essential to prevent further suffering and to support justice. The Rohingya people have no weapon. We have no political power, but we have our own voice. And today we are asking the world to listen. Please do not forget the Rohingya people. Please do not wait until more lives are lost. We are human beings. We deserve safety. We deserve dignity. And we deserve justice. Thank you for listening.